Hey biscuits, how is your fabulous season going? Did you have an amazing Christmas? I hope you did. I hope you were calm and relaxed and you just got to spend time with family and be joyful. It is, I feel like Christmas is peak celebrate homemaking season. Between Thanksgiving and Christmas is like the peak homemaking. It's the Iron Man of homemaking, I feel. And then, you know, the new year you get a little respite. You're like, okay, we'll take a moment. There's no major stuff going on in January for holidays. We'll take a rest. So we did a quick trip to Vegas, and I'm gonna post those videos over on my main channel where I post more of my travel content. So I'm gonna do some mukbang eat-alongs. I'm gonna do food in Vegas, some travel, how to travel on a budget in Vegas, and some come along behind the scenes for photography shoots on there. So pop on over. I'm not sure when I'm going to post what. Depends how organized I am when I finish editing them, because I took a lot of videos there. But we had a really good time. I went for just a couple days with the kiddos to get some sunshine, which was very much needed. If you follow along on Instagram, I was posting on there that we didn't get the best weather, but we got some good days. But it got me thinking of what are homemaking tips and hacks that we can kind of glean from hotels. Because we always think of a hotel as a very restful place. We're gonna go, lay our heads. Oh, it's so nice to be out of the house and have somebody else caring for our messes, right? Which is maybe it's all in our heads why we like hotels. But I wrote down a little list because I thought this would be fun to share with you biscuits. I obviously have not done a lot of traveling. We've done a couple staycations downtown, but this is our first like trip that we've made in 2 years, and it was a very short little easy trip. I'm so looking forward to getting to travel again. I don't think we're there yet where I feel comfortable with the hassle of travel yet, but I look forward to it. I really want to go do some warm weather beach travel on a budget and kind of share all my hacks with you biscuits for that on the main channel. So I'm seeing whenever I feel comfortable doing that, I will let you biscuits know. I'm sure I will rant about it on Instagram as I always do. Okay, I wrote down my list because I am a goldfish and I see a shiny object and I go, shiny object, oh, and then my idea is gone, totally gone. Oh, okay, this is a good one. Invest in good towels. So I'm a well-known cheapskate. I like to think that I'm budget conscious. But it definitely shows to yourself, I'm not talking about anybody else's opinion, but it definitely shows to yourself when you don't invest in good towels. And I don't just mean like expensive towels, I just mean a good quality towel, right? It doesn't have to cost a lot. I like to get the Costco towels, I always think they're really soft. And that means when your towels get really nasty and dirty and stained and you've been hanging on to them for 20 years, you've got to let go of them. I know people with towels older than me and they are raggedy, sad little towels. I'm like, that's time to go to recycling. Get yourself one new towel. Splurge, get yourself one new towel. So invest in some nice towels that you love. Maybe you love all white towels. Maybe you want fun, colorful patterns. One for a different pattern for each family member so everybody has their own towel. You might love Egyptian cotton. You might like fluffy or like the really rough exfoliating kind. But invest in a couple nice towels this year. It does not have to be a huge monetary investment, but just spend some time finding towels that you really like. I feel like that's one of the best things to take from hotels is I always so enjoy having the nice fluffy towels, and being the mother of a gremlin who destroys towels in record time, I bought at the beginning of last year, so a year ago now, a whole giant thing of washcloths, right? Because I knew I was going to have my daughter, and I was like, a washcloth you use on my babies all the time. I don't even remember, it was like 24, 30, it came in a big pack. And they were pristine, white and fluffy, and now most of them are completely destroyed by gremlins. So if you're like me and you have gremlins in your house, you might need to like plan every year to just cycle out towels. Because I have been guilty of not cycling out the towels and just using stained towels that like, they don't bring me any joy, right? The things in my house don't have to be expensive. They don't have to be big, important pieces. They can just be things that spark my joy. I feel like there's somebody on Netflix, the organizing lady maybe that says that, but I think it's really important. The things in your home, it doesn't have to be a ton of them, but a couple things that you really love, and towels are something that you're using multiple times every day. So, you know, consider getting a couple good ones. I think it's an excellent idea. One day, can I have my own towel line? That would be so much fun. Oh my God, I would make all the best fun towels because I'm a little towel obsessed, I will admit. Oh, yep. When I say yep, I'm reading my notes. I'm not just like yep, agreeing with what I just said, but also that. Okay, keep your colors neutral in the house for the most part. I like to do neutral colors within pops of color, you know, like a wall or an accent piece of furniture or pillows or blankets, but I really like a neutral calm. It's very nice. Not that my home is calm right now, but in my head, it is. So think about, maybe you have really busy walls that are covered in wallpaper, or there's a ton of different colored paints everywhere. Think about going to the paint store, grabbing a couple buckets, and just painting the walls a nice neutral white. I love decorator's white. Swiss coffee, which isn't actually coffee color, it's an off-white color, is also really good if you live in a sunny climate. I've discovered it's a horrible color if you live in an overly dark climate because it just looks dingy then. But it's a great bright white if you live in a sunny climate. And Queen's Anne lace are probably my top 3 favorites of white paints. They're all subtly different, and I really love them. So that can be a great thing to take from hotels, is neutral with some pops of fun, because I know I'm guilty of like, what if I paint every wall in my house a different color? It'll be bright, colorful, and it is, and I love color in a home. I hate gray homes. I'm not a fan. I really love pops of color, but I also know that like, you want your home to be a serene, calm place. And if there's too much going on, it gets too busy and it's not serene. Okay, this is really important. Use natural cleaning agents. Every time I go to a hotel, I get an allergic reaction to something. My little baby daughter gets horrible allergic reactions to cleaning solvents in hotels. We're talking just touching the carpet, right? I have to be really cautious in hotels because we all have really sensitive skin, and the chemicals they use in there are intense and just flare up our eczema horribly. So really think about, you know, take this New Year time to think about, what are you cleaning your house with? You know, are you spraying everything with Windex and with super, super harsh chemical sprays on everything that you're touching? Are you putting like different chemical sprays on your sofa to try and clean it, but then that's gonna seep into your skin when you sit on it? Really be conscious of what you're cleaning with. I like to use vinegar, water, some nice, more natural soft soaps that are for really gentle skin. I'll use method cleaner, which isn't super natural. Haha, is it spooky? Is method cleaning haunted? Should we do a video where we start that rumor? And then everyone will go, method cleaner's haunted. It brings ghosts to your house. I'm gonna start that rumor right here, right now. You heard it. Boom. Method cleaner. You heard me. But I will use that on windows and things because it doesn't give off quite as harsh a smell. It gives me a headache. Like Windex, I have a really hard time with because that gives me a horrible headache and makes me cough. So just be thoughtful about what you're cleaning your space with. Hotels are so often not, and they just use, you know, cheap, harsh chemicals. And I feel like that's always a reminder when I travel of how much I appreciate cleaning materials. Oh, I love this. Okay, this is something I'm going to do this year. And I've been slowly doing it. So when I moved in here, this house had no curtain rods, no curtains, nothing, nada. It was just bare windows. Lovely, bright, but it gets cold and I can see all my neighbors. And they can see me, if you know what I mean. So I've been slowly, I think last year was when I finally managed to get a curtain rod in every room, on every window, pretty much with all curtains up. So this is my tip from a hotel for homemakers, is really stage and layer your curtains for a lush vibe in any room, your bedroom, living room, anywhere. I love big, thick, fun curtains. And I have a hard time finding curtains that I really love. I like tall curtains, so I like to hang curtain rods right below my ceiling level so that they come all the way down, because I just love the way the fabric drapes. I think is really beautiful. But I have a hard time finding those, so you got to keep an eye out and kind of measure. I have measured wrong before, like just by eyesight, and ordered, and then they've been too short. So this year I'm going to start layering my curtains. I want to get extra curtain rods installed, or curtain rods that are double rotted, so that I can just have really thick, lovely, lush curtains. And I feel like that adds such a sense of luxury to a space when you have really good curtains and great thick curtain rods, compared to just like a flimsy curtain. I feel like really brings down the tone of a room very quickly. So this year I'm going to start getting more curtains. I have bought so many curtains over the last couple of years that I'm pretty sure Amazon and all the curtain shops online are like, are you okay? Do you have a curtain addiction? And I'm like, no. Literally had to buy curtains for every single room in my house. So it's taken me a while. But now I feel inspired that, like, now that the curtains are up, I really want to layer it in, and instead of focusing on the basics, start adding more touches around the house. Especially since I think we're going to be here for a while. So I really want to spend the time layering and just making the home feel a little bit more luxuriously comfy, if that makes sense as a term. Okay, biscuits, you aren't going to like hearing this, but you're going to have to buy new pillows. That's right, you, even that pillow, yes, I'm willing to bet all our pillows are way grosser than you think. Yes. So I occasionally will wash or dry, depending on what my pillows are made out of. They have different fillings. My pillows, to try and keep them clean. But at a certain point, you just gotta throw out the pillows. And I have pillows that I've had for way too long. I don't know what the recommended amount of years for a pillow is, but when it starts to get funky and you just look at it and go, boy, this looks like a dirty pillow. I've cleaned it, I've washed it, I've dried it, it still looks dirty. Just buy a few new pillows. I like to, in fact, I might bring you along, biscuits. Let me know in the comments, should I bring you along for a fabulous bedtime shop with me? We'll do pillows, we could do blankets, new sheets. I feel like the time has come. The last new sheets I bought was like last February. I bought really cheap $12 bed sheets. And I feel like maybe I should buy a nice pair of bed sheets, because I spend a lot of time laying in bed. It's nice to be cozy. So buy a new pillow, that's my suggestion. You would never go to a hotel again if you went there and went, oh, these pillows are a little grungy. Never. Oh, okay. This is actually just what we were talking about. Crisp white sheets. So I love grandma floral sheets. I mean, like, they do me like a little 80s floral pattern. I'm like, oh, ooh, oh la la. Yes, give me all the kitsch possible. But crisp white sheets do make you feel much cleaner, and they're more soothing for a bed. So as much as they aren't my favorite type of sheet, if you really want like a calming spa bedroom, layer in your curtains so slush feeling, new pillows, new white crisp clean sheets. It makes a really big difference depending on what kind of vibe and energy you want to bring to your bedroom. And it's tricky for me because I film in my bedroom, so it's kind of a workspace, and then I also sleep in there, and so trying to kind of merge the two can be really tricky. And it's taught me the value of having a quiet, calm, good space. I think it's valuable. So I hope you enjoy my little hotel tips and hacks that came up to mind, because I was sitting there in the hotel going, you know what? Because I was just noticing things around the hotel, right? I hadn't been in a hotel away from home for a long time. I'm like, oh, what can I take from this? You know, not stealing, I mean mentally, what can I go, oh. And it wasn't a great hotel room, so I didn't take a lot from it. But it did remind me about the hotels that I've stayed in, that I've really enjoyed the rooms, that have a really vibrant feel to it. And these are things that I think can be really lovely and wonderful for them. Okay, my loves, I am going to see you over on where? Patreon, because we're doing an incredible month of Patreon. Oh my goodness, all the burlesque fun we're having over there. If you join the BFF tiers, I have an announcement on there that is a really fun project that is going to be coming out this year. I think the BFF and the Best Biscuits, which are the two top tiers on Patreon, are going to have first access to it. But it's something really awesome. Scandalously good. Oh my goodness, that's so good. Yes. Okay, I will see you over on there. Love y'all.